day that I met you, I started dreaming. Now I'm riding down if I remember in the morning time. I don't only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. We're gone for a year, and it was like months. Life moves fast and going wrong. This time going well.
Oh my God, my Shayla, my Shayla.
Just change your body or also your soul? Maybe I could just stay the same
Staring
forever.
down the barrel of the hot sun, shining with the sheen of a shotgun. Careless.
Excuse me, you're standing in the way. Oh,
In the way of what?
I can't see what I'm painting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So all you need is this, and this. Use this, and this too. Don't forget this stuff. Throw in this, and use just a splash of this. And you get that.
Cute things to crochet in less than an hour.
If you're looking for a small crochet project to try out, definitely try out these flower charm keychains. They're beginner friendly and make the perfect gift for any friend or family member. And there's a full tutorial to follow along with. I think yes.
Finding free patterns so you don't have to. The first one is a little froglet by Smallberry Studio. It was so easy and quick to work up. I was a little extra because I wanted to sew some felt eyes on, but it still only took me like 2 hours to finish it. This Molang pattern by Amigurumi only took me a bit more than an hour to make. The only thing I have to say is that the pattern doesn't come with a list of materials or assembly instructions. Mine turned out a lot bigger than the one in the picture, but it's still super cute. This last one is a YouTube tutorial by Chubbies by Ash. There are quite a few pieces to make, so it took me a little bit longer, but the tutorial was so detailed and beginner friendly. You literally cannot go wrong making this. Just look how adorable he turned out.
Five crochet ideas. Back to school. 1. Water holder. 2. Calculator case. 3. Cute keychain. 4. Scrunchies. 5. Silly hair clip. Spending all your money on me and spending time on me. There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly led me to you.
ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Hello everybody, if you don't know me, my name is Jess, and today I'm going to teach you how to make this shrug. So you're going to need some weight 4 yarn and a 5mm hook. You're going to make a slip knot, and you're going to chain the length from shoulder to shoulder. You're going to make sure this number of chains is a multiple of 3, and then you're going to add 6. And the 6th chain from your hook, you're going to treble crochet, and then you're going to chain 2. You're going to skip 2 stitches, and you're going to insert a treble crochet into that 3rd chain. You're going to continue along the rest of your row, chain 2, treble crochet into the 3rd stitch. Once you reach the end of the row, your last stitch should be a treble crochet. You're going to chain 5 and turn your work. Starting on the next row, you're going to treble crochet into the top of the treble crochet from your previous row, and you're going to continue the row just as the first. To complete the row, you're going to treble crochet into the 3rd chain of your starting chain. I forgot to film my 2nd row, so this is my last row, but they join just the same. Now that you've finished the length of your first panel, you are going to make sure that you leave 3 squares on each side, and you're going to count the amount of squares in between. For me, this was 15. What you're going to do is you're going to multiply that number by 3, and you're going to subtract 1. So for me, this was 15 times 3, that equals 45, minus 1 equals 44. So I'm going to chain 44, then I'm going to leave 3 squares on the other side, treble crochet into that first treble crochet, and then continue the row to finish. You should now have something that looks like this. This is your neck hole. Now you're going to continue your next row just as you started in the first chain, with chain 2, skip 2, treble crochet into the 3rd stitch. You're going to continue this as normal till you have something that looks like this. Fold it right in half, and at this point I recommend trying it on to see if it will fit over your head, and make sure that those corners will reach under your armpits. Now you're going to match up those armpit corners, and you're going to join them with a single crochet, and you're going to chain 5. You're following the exact same pattern of chain 2, skip 2, treble crochet as the first panel, except you are working in a round. But you are going to slip stitch at the end of every round into the 3rd chain, as you see here, and then you're going to turn. If you don't turn your work, your seam will end up crooked and results into a kind of wonky sleeve. Once you've reached the desired length of your sleeve, you're going to repeat the exact same thing on the other side, and your shrug is done.
Mushroom Tutorial Part 1. Materials include a head color, body color, black and pink yarn for the face, darning needle, a hook, scissors, and a stitch marker. In round 1, you're going to make 6 single crochet in a magic circle. In round 2, you're going to increase in each stitch. Be sure to mark the first stitch of a new round. In round 3, you're going to make a single crochet and an increase 6 times. In round 4, you're going to single crochet, then increase, then make another single crochet 6 times. In rounds 5 and 6, make single crochets in each stitch. In round 7, work the front loops only with 3 single crochet and an increase 6 times. In round 8, we are going to make 2 single crochet, an increase, and another 2 single crochet 6 times. Cut a longer tail to weave ends and make an invisible join. I go back and forth at least twice before stopping. This is what it should look like finished. Come back to finish your mushroom in part 2.
Okay, babes, it's time for another easy crochet holiday gift. I'm not showing my face today because I look busted, but make a slip knot and then chain as long as you want the bookmark to be. We're going to do something called the daisy stitch or the star stitch, but if that is too hard for you, just use any old stitch you want. Put your hook into the second chain from the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. Do the same thing in the next stitch, and then skip the 4th stitch from the hook. Put your hook into the 5th stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You should have 4 loops on your hook. Now pull a loop through all of the loops on your hook like that and chain 1. Now you see that little space you just created with your chain? I want you to push your hook through that and pull up a loop, and then pull up a loop through that last chain you used on the last stitch right there, and skip the next chain after that. Mine's kind of small, and then pull up a loop through the second chain right after the one you just skipped. Now pull through all 4 loops on your hook and continue on until you reach the end of the row like this. And now it's time to chain 3 to get to your next row. So in your second row, you're going to start with the second chain from the hook right there. Pull a loop up in that one and again on the next chain, and then skip that first little stitch right there and pull your final loop up from that little hole made by one of the chains on the last row right there, and pull a loop through all of the loops in your hook. And then to start the next one, chain 1 and insert your hook into that first little chain space, the second little chain space, and the third little chain space. Ignore all of the other stitches, pull a loop through, and continue on till the end of that row. Now at the very end of the row, you want to put your last stitch right in there, okay? Just making sure you know that because it confused the fuck out of me. I did 3 rows total, and now it is time to make a little border. I chained 1, and then I went around the entire border with a single crochet just to make it look nice and neat. The one trick with this is in each of the corner stitches, crochet 3 times to get a nice sharp corner. Unless you like your corners rounded, I don't know your life. And when you've gone around all 4 sides, slip stitch the first stitch to the last, and now it's time to add a little flare. So fasten this part off, and then I want you to cut out a bunch of equally lengthed strips of yarn. Mine were like 10 inches long. Fold one in half and then stick the middle of that through one of the single crochet stitches on the short edge and tie it through like this. You're essentially making slip knots. Do it in every stitch down the edge and then cut off as long as you wanted. This is what I did, and now you have a beautiful fucking bookmark. You can give it as a gift, or you can do what I did and kept it because I really, truly, and desperately needed a bookmark.